It's Mad Men Sports.
We're back again.
Back again. 50 days until the NFL draft.
Less
49 for you.
Less than, yeah.
By the time you see this.
What is that in weeks?
Too many.
4 weeks? 7 weeks? 7 weeks.
Yeah. We're getting there.
Wow, are we really getting there? It's an exciting time. New Bills players. I say this for the last 4 or 5 years now. This is exciting March, April, May, because you're getting new players putting on the Bills uniform, getting ready to become part of the franchise we all love.
We will be getting new players prior to the draft, though, presumably.
Yeah, within the next week, we should be finding out. The opening tampering period starts the 14th. Free agency officially opens 4 o'clock on the 16th. Maybe noon at this time. They used to do it at midnight. Remember that?
Yeah,
the good old
you're
days.
Big on.
I used to love that. I used to staying up all night, waiting to see like whose plane goes where. Now we're following different planes, and just not the same as it used to be, you know. Sure though, it was a fun event, Buddy Nix waking up, knocking on, doors and stuff. I mean, everyone's like, oh, the message boards, Bills Daily. Hey, Buddy Nix, are you awake? You know what I mean? Like, just funny shit like that. Those were the days of free agency peakness. Now, the Bills are a destination. Albert Breer, formerly Boston Globe, now freelancer, Monday morning quarterback. So I think he handcuffs that with Peter King. So I think that's a Sports Illustrated type beat, Albert Breer nowadays. Very connected, if nothing else. I can confirm that he's very connected. 2 big-name defensive players have reached out to the Bills prior to free agency, hoping to sign a contract with them. They want to play with Josh Allen, from what he said.
Who wouldn't, is the question.
Patrick Mahomes.
They're running a New Orleans Saints type.
2 quarterback system, damn it. No, but, I'm interested by it. It's intriguing. Do I foresee it happening? No.
Especially who we think it might be, who they're referring to.
We have some ideas. I don't think we're on board with them.
No.
Now, we've heard some things.
Do you want to tell what we've heard?
No, because I don't think it happens. Put it this way. If it happens, we'll confirm it.
We're not big into
releasing
information that is
we don't like saying things, hoping it sticks on the wall, and then saying, "Oh, we told you so." Speaking of which, let's talk about Shaq Lawson a little bit here. We've heard that Shaq Lawson is interested in becoming a Buffalo Bill once again.
Some Twitter banter.
Signed with the Dolphins, was traded to the Texans, then traded to the Jets, then cut by the Jets in Week 17 last year. Little buzz from a little corner of the internet that he was signing with the Bills. That never happened. And here we are 10, 12 weeks later. No Shaq Lawson, but he's all over Twitter saying, I want to play for the Buffalo Bills.
Posted a video of him in a Bills uniform, talked to Jordan Poyer on Twitter, saying that he'd love to be back. This is
Bussin' with the boys. Yeah. What's your take on that whole situation?
If anyone expects him to be a centerpiece of the defensive line, I don't look at him more as a backup impact player. I don't think that he's rotational, which we know Sean McDermott enjoys doing with his defense. I don't think we're going to get, 6.5 sacks he had the last year when he was with the Bills?
Contract year.
I doubt that we'll see that.
A lot of that
again.
came from Jordan Phillips being a home wrecker at that time.
True. Now that's a guy I would love back. He's getting a little old. I think he's in his 30s now.
Yeah,
so I doubt it.
The years start coming and they don't stop coming.
They come quick. So I don't know. I like it, but don't like it.
Yeah, I hate it. I think Shaq Lawson's reaching out to the Bills because he knows if he can't get a whole, remember when times were great discount? He's not playing for the NFL ever again. He's on his way out.
Shaq, if you're watching this, he doesn't mean it.
Now, when I said this, I genuinely mean this. Now, when I said this,
he's never coming
I started off by saying, signed with the Dolphins, was traded to the Texans, and then traded to the Jets.
Not cut, though.
Within 2 years, he was then cut by the Jets.
He was an asset to be traded.
6-round picks. That within 2 years, he had played for 4 teams. Get off my stoop.
I think he thrives in this system.
He didn't
system.
thrive until it was a contract.
It's a very specific.
Got paid by the Dolphins. More power to him.
He got the bag.
Exactly.
Let him get the bag.
Go get the bag somewhere else. He can't now.
He's not getting a bag here.
He's exposed. Shaq Lawson exposed. Washed. And I say washed in a term where, you know when you take clothes out of the dryer, or the washing machine, and they're still a little wet? Because the spin cycle doesn't take them out all the way.
You expect them to be a little wet, sure.
And then you put them back in, right? Because there's still a stain on it. And then the stain comes out after the second one. That's how washed he is.
I've never done that.
You've never had a stain on your shirt still after the wash?
No.
Put a little shout on it. Got the stain out.
Damn.
He needs an iron too, so we'll be working on that anyways. I'm just fucking with you. No, but seriously. Huh?
It's clean. I took it out
It's
of the
very
dryer.
clean. Hey, whoa, hey.
Only one wash.
Good, yeah, there's no stains. He's a clean guy. Shaq Lawson, not so clean.
Damn. Coming out of his life.
No, and I don't mean it in an upsetting way. I just don't want him on my football roster.
Your
anymore.
football team.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that anymore.
Respect.
He had his time.
Who do you want on your football team? Your football team.
Josh Allen. Duh.
Newly acquired.
Okay, so if I had keys to the castle, I'd find a way to get DJ Chark on the team.
He's coming off an ankle injury.
Good. Should be cheap. Sign him for a 3-year deal, with the third year being a void deal if you need to. And I would also like Ndamukong Suh.
Okay, coming off the Super Bowl.
I think...
Right, Rams?
No.
Who's he?
Tampa. I think if you could put Ndamukong Suh next to Ed Oliver, you could really see some action there.
That was 3 years too late.
2 years too late. It's okay. It's good.
I'm just here for a good time.
Years start coming and they don't stop coming, you know.
Ew.
But hey, now you're an all-star, and that's why I want Ndamukong Suh next to Ed Oliver, who got his 5th-year option picked up.
Indeed.
That was a big thing, and you know what? Why wouldn't you?
I don't hate it. I would like to still see a little more from Ed Oliver. He played a little bit better last year, but so did a lot of other players. Competition is steep at that position, just because we have so many.
It's a tough
rotate
position.
them
I think
completely
he's flourished
all the
in his
time.
role. I think he can only get better.
Indeed.
I think next year's a big year, and his 5th-year option's a big year. So we got 2 more years left, and Ed Oliver's going to be rolling.
Oh, show.
Get Ndamukong Suh next to him. Get DJ Chark on the other side. Bring the Florida guys up to Buffalo. And let's make some action here. How about your wish list? I like Chase Edmonds too. Cordero Patterson, preferably.
Not a free agent acquisition, but give me DK Metcalf.
Okay.
I love it.
How are you going to handle DK Metcalf?
I think with Cole Beasley requesting a trade, which we can elaborate more on, I think that leaves a spot open with I'm assuming that Emmanuel Sanders is retiring. I guess that isn't official yet. But I think that this will be the most unstoppable wide receiver group with the addition to DK Metcalf.
I ask that because after this year, he's due for a 5-year, $100 million contract.
Hear me out.
Okay.
1-year deal.
Why are you trading for him then? Why waste the asset?
Win now. It worked for the Rams.
It worked for the Rams because everybody was win now. The Bills have the ability to go for a 12, 10, 15-year window right now.
And that's not going to happen if Sean McDermott keeps choking.
Hopefully someone learns the Heimlich on the coaching staff, which is why we are going to mention that Davis Webb was actually mentioned for the coaching staff. They offered him the quarterback coaching position.
Which is very interesting. Does that happen ever? Like an active player is like, hey, you want to be a coach right now? Does that happen?
You ever seen The Longest Yard?
I have.
You know Burt Reynolds' character in the new one?
Yeah.
That one.
You're big on obscure connection. I don't know.
That's dead on. What are you talking
With the
about?
washing machine, the longest.
They were the meat machine.
This guy's big on machines. Is there more doors or wheels in this world?
Wheels.
Wheels 100%. Yeah.
Wheels.
Let us know.
Although, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 doors in this one.
Guess what? Doorknobs. The handle is also considered a wheel. The inner mechanism is considered a wheel.
Wrong.
I'll show you the TikTok.
I don't need to see the TikTok. I've opened one of those before. There is not a wheel in there. It's a pulley system. There's a spring, and when you turn it, the spring pulls, which pulls in the trigger.
Listen, man, all I'm saying is I saw a diagram that refers to the inner mechanisms as a wheel.
Cool. I've opened one of those and seen the inside
right now.
of it.
Anything with bearings also a wheel. Let's get back on top.
Listen, I think wheels are very possible because I own what are those called? Not skateboards, on feet.
Rollerblades?
Rollerblades. I own rollerblades. And they have 4 wheels on each foot.
Some
That's
of them have
8.
5.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Big feet motherfuckers.
Clown shoes. Tony Hawk Pro Skater Clown Edition. No, I think wheels by a mile. Cars balance each other out.
Unless you have a two-door.
Unless you have a coupe.
And
then 18-wheelers.
Motorcycles have no doors.
And a lot of wheels.
Just 2.
Think about conveyor belts.
I'm
Wheels by a mile.
starting to think of more wheels.
Dude, anything's a wheel if you think about it.
My feet are wheels.
Heelys. Heelys outnumber doors alone in this world.
I don't know about all that.
No, wheels by a mile.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
We can tell you.
Let us know in the comments who also you want to sign for the Bills. I don't know. In this room alone, the doors are outweighing. I mean, this room's an outlier. Which side is this room on? 4 doors.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Why do you? You can't say that.
4 doors, man. Listen, there's no other wheels in this room. It's a big room, but no wheels. 4 doors though, right
I'm
on.
gonna start leaping wheels.
French doors, 1 door, and then that other
There's got to
side.
be a wheel in your what is it, KitchenAid?
No,
Oh, it has to be a wheel mechanism.
just gears.
Gears are wheels.
Gears are not wheels.
Does that high chair have any wheels on? That doesn't seem
It's a
safe.
present for someone that might watch this. I'm kidding. T doesn't watch this.
Happy birthday, Tina.
Jesus Christ, she's got a high chair for her birthday. Oh, man.
This would be a horrible time to support the homies.
Cole Beasley requested a trade this week. And I think it comes down to the same situation as John Feliciano has, which is they asked him. Did we talk about him getting cut?
Yes. No. Yes.
No. Okay. Scratch that part. It comes down to a situation where they asked him for a pay cut.
John
He
Feliciano.
said no, Cole Beasley. They asked Cole Beasley for a pay cut. He said no. And they said, well, then you have to go find a trade. Or we're cutting you. And that's how it goes. Which Cole Beasley freeing up off the cap is $6.1 million. Which the Bills are now cap compliant because they cut John Feliciano and AJ Klein this week. Shame to see one of them go. I really did like AJ Klein.
I like AJ Klein as well.
I thought he brought a lot. I thought the worst part about him was missing that first New England game. He got on the COVID list an hour before the game started. I think him in that lineup instead of Terrell Dodson and the 3 linebackers set would have really flipped that game on its head.
Yeah, that would have been a win in the Bills column if AJ Klein was
And
available.
possibly even closer to that 1st seed or at least the 2 seed, bringing that 2nd game home.
Yeah.
Shame, right? That's all we could do. Especially because Kansas City lost that one game. I gotta keep.
And especially, we formed him, me and you formed him into the player that he was. We bullied
him
the ever-living hell out of him.
into that Seattle game. And it worked. And I did like AJ Klein because he stuck it out. But they cleared up 5.1 by cutting him.
You have to do it.
And John Feliciano, they clear up 3.4 cutting him.
Good.
You add on the Cole Beasley, we're looking at $14 million right there. And they were above by about 6, so you get about 8 after the whole thing's said and done.
Imagine tweeting the fact that you think Buffalo Pizza is horrible, and then you lose your job because of it.
I think he lost his job because he thought vaccines were horrible.
No, he lost his job because he wasn't a good football player.
That's the real thing. He's a really fucking bad football player. The team got better the less he was on the field. It was a real
What do you got here?
positive. The net positive was him out.
Is it like a washing machine?
It's literally what you mean by a dish. So if you put 2 magnets together on the same pluses, they're gonna bounce away. That's exactly what happened when you put John Feliciano on the field.
The analogies are
The Bills getting bad connect. But when you do John Feliciano off the field and the Bills being bad, they bounce apart. That's how Megan's.
Where else are you gonna get these analogies?
Bill Nye, this Buffalo Bills, the science guys. Bills Nyes, the science guys.
Bill Nye, come on the pod. I know you're watching.
Which Bill Nye, I would have thought that was a vaccine reference for Penfield, but it's not.
Get your vaccine.
We don't care. It's over for us. I don't care. I can say it's over.
I'm boosted.
Hopefully everyone's safe.
Don't say it.
One shot and done, baby.
All right.
I'll not turn into 50 Cent. Anyways. Hey, how was that halftime show for the Super Bowl? It was pretty good.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I don't watch football outside of the Bills, fun fact. So if you ever question any of our devotion to the Buffalo Bills, I've never seen a non-Bills game football
That's
game.
not fucking true. You've seen non-football Bills games.
I don't think I have.
I've watched them with you.
You think I was paying attention?
Yeah, you were like, wow, this Chargers-Raiders game's wild.
Name a scenario where that ever be the case.
The last game of the season.
Two
When they
shitty
were gonna
teams
tie.
lost. Oh, were they? They want someone should have tied on purpose.
Yeah, the game you watched.
That's a tough.
Or that time, what was it, like 3-4 years ago, where
I was not watching football 3 to 4 years ago.
the 49ers stopped the Seahawks on the goal line, and we were watching it at Dave's house, Diamond Dave's house. You were there. You were watching it with us.
Who's Diamond Dave?
He wanted to pod tonight. 9:30 though. Just missed it by 10 minutes. He's got work.
Quit your day job.
We do not get any money from this. Please do not quit your day job.
Oh.
Unless you guys hit that subscribe and like button.
Let me quit.
Sorry, we're a little quirky tonight. We're just happy to be alive.
Forked up white boys
I don't know what that means.
for TikTok.
So we got Davis Webb. We got Cole Beasley. So we got Feliciano cut. We're looking at Cole Beasley getting traded. We're looking at AJ Klein cut. Sorry to see him go. Who's next, do you think? Write in the comments who you guys think are next. Don't say Tremaine Edmonds, Mike.
Or Terrell Dodson, because we recently re-signed him.
Don't say that, Mike. Not this time, at least. If he gets traded, I'm having Mike on the pod for what it's worth.
Could we see one of the backup tight ends?
Yeah, I think Quentin Morrison's probably gone.
Yeah.
He's going to free up about $800,000. I don't think he's saving you much money there.
Really struggling.
Gronk is going to cost $3 million, so maybe $5 million plus incentives, but whatever. I don't think you will get much out of it.
Is it valuable to cut Zach Moss?
It only is if you got a guy that can replace him, which he's replaceable, but then you have to sign a guy and the money might not work out.
Yeah, we could get like a 4th or 5th round running back.
For sure. Have him flop too.
Yeah, basically.
They're not necessarily good at developing running backs. I've been able to tell.
Leonard Fournette is going to be.
He's going to be too expensive. I think Matt Hawk is gone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Which, a year ago almost to the week, we had a podcast and called him Hack. In the comments, back when we had people that watched this, were saying his name's Hawk, not Hack. Hawk, not Hack. Hawk, not Hack. Well, I'll tell you, that MFer was a hack. That guy stunk out loud.
Garbage.
That dude, like, you ever see one of those comics when, like, they got the stink lines around them? That's Mad Hawk.
So bad that the Bills didn't punt like 3 games last year.
I don't think that's why.
No, they said that I don't want him touching the ball. I don't want
He
his.
did have extra points.
I don't want to stank on it.
I mean, you don't punt enough to pay a guy $1.2 million. First off, if you're gonna pay a guy $1.2 million, I don't think Bajorquez was that bad.
No.
But you get to free up 1.2 by cutting him. You probably get to the $10 million free range there, which I really do like. Free range chickens.
Shout out that organic.
I would like to see Matakevich gone, and I don't say that because I like him gone. It's you to get $2.5 million out of the cap.
Yeah, if we're just talking cap space,
Yeah.
I think that he's a possibility. But I think
Star
he's
doesn't save
valuable.
you any money.
No.
Keep him at least until you get someone replacing him. I don't think we bring back Jerry Hughes and Mario Addison. I think that's a shame.
I don't think Mario Addison. I think Jerry Hughes will keep.
I do, but I don't. I would like to see him in another system.
I think he's very
Selfishly,
very valuable to this team.
I agree. I do like Jerry Hughes. I think I would personally like to see how he plays because everyone tells me pressures. Is it the system that can't get sacks or is it Jerry Hughes that can't get sacks? So I would like to see Jerry Hughes in another system because McDermott's never had large sack numbers while he was here. They've never gone above and beyond. I think might have been their best year this year, believe it or not. But that's because they got like $1 billion against Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, Jordan Phillips is the highest sack leader in 2019.
Possibly 9.5.
Sean McDermott's defense, right?
Something along those lines.
So the highest.
Yeah, I mean they're not sack getters. They rotate so often that it's hard to get sacks to begin with.
Yeah, because you can't.
Jordan Phillips was fantastic that year. I really envy him.
You can't work an offensive lineman when you're going out every 2 or 3 plays.
Jordan Phillips might have willed them to the playoffs that Houston year.
Yeah.
I mean, on defense, he was really just changing up a lot of games.
And I think he definitely brought a spark to the defense that was.
He brought a spark to the fans, that's for sure. You don't get a lot of that nowadays.
Yeah.
You really don't. Remember, speaking of nowadays, spark to the fans. Do you remember when Brandon Tate caught that first down pass?
On the
drag,
drag?
2017.
This first.
And we were at the game. We're like, it was against the Raiders, and we were at the game. And we're like, what the hell's going on the sidelines? They were just pumped that the dude got a first down. That was a cool moment.
That was cool.
That's when I thought maybe the culture is changing. Turns out he just couldn't make decisions. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna lay off to him.
13.
I'm gonna lay off to him for now.
2 more years though we're coming for. No, we're not.
Yeah, you want to
can't
talk
say
about
that kind of thing. You can't threaten people.
No, but do you want to say where you're at with Sean McDermott?
Yeah.
After sitting on it for 2 months.
I certainly see Sean McDermott for what he is. He has turned this program around. But in 2 years, if we don't win a Super Bowl or at least make an appearance, sorry, buddy. We cannot waste Josh Allen's career on someone who chokes up or makes inopportune decisions with 13 seconds left. I like Sean McDermott. I think he's a great coach. I think what he's done for Buffalo since 2017 has been tremendous. But I don't want to be a Cincinnati Bengals up until 4 years ago. They've been in the playoffs. I don't know how many times, 10 times, and consistently lose. I don't want to be known as the team that always loses in the playoffs.
It's really tough, honestly.
With Josh Allen.
It is tough. It's hard to lose the way they lose, too, sometimes. The Houston game, you're up 16-0. The Chiefs game, you're up 9-0. You can't put the hammer down. You're kicking field goals all first half, second half. You're never getting ahead in that game. The 13 seconds, you know what I mean? The Jags game, where you're losing 10-3, and you throw 4 goal line fades to Kelvin Benjamin. What are we talking about?
I think there has been some questionable.
You couldn't do a quarter on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Granted, they got rid of the coach after that. But that's 4 years. Starting Nathan Peterman week 1. There's a lot of decisions on Sean McDermott's plate that I think might have been overwhelming at times. The Tampa Bay game, that was Josh Allen making that move. That wasn't Sean McDermott leading his team back to a comeback. I would almost say that he made decisions at certain times where I was like, why would you? If you're going to fake it, don't use a punt fake. You're down 28 points. Who cares? Just go for it. You have the best weapon in the NFL.
But he claps really well.
Listen, I'm not on McDermott's case today. There's times where I am absolutely done with it. His bad games
are really bad.
Very bad. The Saints game, the Bears game, the Eagles game, mostly at home, honestly, which is astounding. The Colts game.
Last
Week 1 Steelers game. The fucking Jacksonville game. Which, granted, his defense held them, but make something up here, boys. Come on. You're supposed to be the head coach. It falls on you. And that's the problem. It falls on him. I mean, they lost every... I don't want to get in trouble. They lost every close game this year. Steelers game lost. Jacksonville lost. Titans game lost. Kansas City game
New
England game lost.
Probably a couple more. Bucks lost.
Bucks, they lost. Every game that was close, they lost. They were blown out once this year. Your close games losing comes down to coaching.
1,000%.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, losing close games comes down to coaching. If it comes down to something else, please let me know. I understand that both. You don't need to tell someone. If there's anyone you don't need to tell that both teams get paid, it's me. I say it after every loss. Well, both teams get paid. But also, you got to step up and at least win a couple of those. You owe it to everybody. And after, we were Tim Dunn came, or Tyler Dunn.
You see Tennessee too.
Yeah, well, I mentioned.
No.
But Tyler Dunn came out with that article this week about
Hit piece.
maybe it's a hit piece. I don't know. Listen, players came out, talked to him, and said that they wanted more out of the coaching response at the end of the 13 seconds this week. And I don't blame them. They're players. They're not robots. There's people on the other side of this field. You know what I'm saying? They deserve a response of why something happened the way it happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe it's a hit piece. But the fact that I have Stephon Diggs and Jerry Hughes in each other's face yelling at each other after a 13-second blow game, that's unacceptable to me because those are two clubhouse leaders that are cornerstone franchise pieces. And if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and go to Tyler Dunn's Go Long page and inquire. It's $8 a month. Or just steal it. That's what everyone else does on the internet nowadays. Don't steal it. I didn't steal it.
Don't steal it. We can't say that.
Views to refresh halfway through this video.
Yeah, whatever.
Appreciate your time, guys. We'll be back Sunday or Monday morning. We got a little delayed this week just because there was a lot of news, and I think there's going to be a lot more news coming this week. So check out what Sunday. I imagine there'll be another Thursday show because next week's free agency. And you might see us 3 times next week. How about this?
Oh.
Wednesday night live show?
Yeah, whatever.
We don't have to force it. Let us know if you want to come to the live show. No one ever watches them anymore. During our peak season, people watched. Felt good about it. Nowadays, we're has-beens. But that's fine. We're still bringing the funk. We need Diamond Dave back around.
Is that our missing link?
Do you think all these Russian bots were really watching our show? Take care, guys. Have a great week.
The internet's down in Russia.